Hi guys, it's Harvey from All Parts Pool and Spa. I just recently got a phone call and I saw it out in the field. It was expertly wired and the guy was having problems. The heater kept giving him error codes and he had a control system. And the expert who installed his pool installer, the expert wired to tell the stay right heater, and I see it often, to turn it off by the pressure switch. He kept disconnecting the pressure switch. And the poor guy kept getting error codes. First of all, number one, everybody knows I'm a big believer on safety. You never, ever cut wires on safety loops, pressure switches. I don't care. You don't do it. To educate everybody on a stay right heater, the RD2 models, okay, the SR models, the maxi therms. There is the electrical box. You see my arrow, okay. On the new heaters, here's your conversion plug right here. Also, if you have problems, say I'm going to say it's a brand new heater and it's going right to pressure switch. They pre-wire it for 240. So if you wire for 120, you're gonna see pressure switch, where it's not gonna work at all. The other thing is this plug a lot of times don't get snapped in right, top and bottom. Then make sure if you put that plug in, you snap it from the top and the bottom. What I do is I put my hand in the back side, push this whole thing forward, and I can snap the plug top and bottom, because when you try to do the top, you're pushing the bottom in and it won't click. So I push my hand on the opposite side with the power off. Everything I'm talking about right now is with the power off, and you know 100% sure power is off, okay? Because this back here is a live plug. You put your conversion plug in, either 120 or 240. Here's your, on a 110, here's your hot leg. Here is your little board. Now, it's not big enough. Here is your 120, and usually here's your neutral. But if it's a 240 unit, these two things are hot, okay? Here are your low voltage. This is where you're going to put your controller, or tell it to turn it on and off by a time clock that doesn't give power. All you're trying to do is disconnect power. Here's the jumper lead. Here's the fuse. Now, if you're ever dealing with this section that's in red, do yourself a favor and turn off the power, because what happens if your hand shakes, whatever, and that little 24 voltage wire happens to get on one of these legs, you're going to blow out your electronics. And if you do that, it's a non-warranty item, okay? In here is too tight, so you work in here. So argument's sake, all right, you go, Harvey, all right, that's fine. I want to put a controller in. Now I know I put my two leads in here. Let me give you one other tip. Do not cut this lead here and splice the lead. Go to Home Depot, go to Radio Shack, go anywhere, buy yourself two new tabs, crimp them. The reason being, let me give you an example. Your heater is not working, you have a controller on it, okay? The easiest way, without ohming out the wires and seeing if the controller, this and that and that and this, leave this little jumper wire in the bottom of this electrical cabinet. So if you have a problem with your heater not getting power, okay, you can easily disconnect your other leads and put these leads already on there, and you can start troubleshooting your heater very quickly. Then if that doesn't work, then you can go, and if you don't have power, then you can start checking for power or check for your controller. But anyway, I would take this leads and leave them in this corner and put your leads up here. This is how you turn off a stay right heater. All right, turn it on and off is by these two. Again, if you ever touch these wires, make sure the power is off. These are live wires. All this in here is live. This whole cabinet. That's why you have to physically unscrew it and open up the cabinet. It's all live wiring here. It is a death trap. Okay? If you don't know what you're doing in there, don't go in here. But that's how you turn off a Stay Right SR model. It's right there. It's called a fireman switch. All right? So, argument's sake, let me give you one more example if you want it to be safety. The reason why it's called a fireman switch. I like doing it. I do it all the time. When I put a heater in a building, I put a control in there. If the room gets too hot, all right, it disconnects it and turns off the heater. A little safety device. You can buy them. They break and they stop. You never know when something's going to go on fire. So if your heater's the culprit, you're turning off the culprit. All right, just a little helpful little tip if you're doing a install inside a room. And keep in mind, if you're installing it inside a room, it is a gas appliance. All codes for gas appliances follow this unit. Article 87, Chapter 9, 9, Department of Insurance. All right, Department of Insurance overrides any townships. If you ever have any problems, you call Department of Insurance. They're like the president. They override everybody. All right, but anyway, I'm going off on a tangent because it's really bothered me. This professional person did this. But anyway, that's where you disconnect your Stay Right heater. All right, and can't stress it enough. This whole electrical box is live. This is a 240 plug. There's the 120 plug. All right. Now, keeping also in mind, if you're wiring it for 240, make sure you don't have the 120 plug in there. All right. All right, guys. I hope that was a little helpful tip, and thanks for listening to me ramble. All right. I'm just in a rambling mood today. Give me a call, and we can ramble some more. Take care.